What is going on, everybody? It's Pastor Ethan here for another episode of the Truth Is podcast. It is episode 28, and we are super excited. We have a recurring guest. She is a senior. She is homeschooled. Give it up for Candace. Candace, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. All right. So you know how this goes.
Yes.
A little word association to start off with. There are wrong answers.
Yes.
So we'll start off pretty easy. Waffle House or IHOP?
Definitely Waffle House.
Okay, good. You started off good this time. Last time you were wrong on your first question, but this time you started off good. All right.
Thank you.
So Waffle House was the correct answer. There is no other answer.
Of course.
It's not accepted. All right. Dream car.
Bronco, vintage Bronco.
A vintage Bronco, like
Yes.
OJ style.
Not sure.
Okay.
Old
well,
old Bronco.
old Bronco. What color?
Pink.
Pink. Okay. Why?
Pink is my favorite color.
Okay. All right. What do you want to be when you graduate high school? What job do you want to have?
I want to be a massage therapist.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's just what you like to do?
Yeah, I like helping people feel better afterwards, like relief in their back or their joints and
Okay.
things like that.
And last question, what's one hobby that you like to do?
I like crocheting.
Are you 95?
At Spirit, yes.
At Spirit, like I think the last person I knew that crocheted was my great grandmother, and she died like 12 years ago.
Fair enough.
All right, Candace. So we learned a little bit about you last time. You work at Market Basket.
Yes.
You do everything except for be a manager.
Yes.
So why don't you just tell us something that we don't know about you?
Candace Maria de los Santos. Actually, the Los Santos part is not it. I like Hello Kitty, and I work, and that's basically just my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you know, Candace, we're going through Pastor Ron's devotion, the plain truth.
Yes.
And our truth for today is 4 tests in life. Number 2, the mountaintop test. All right. So let's jump into our scripture for the day. So first we have Joshua 14, 10 through 12. And it says, "And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years ever since the Lord spoke this word to Moses while Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, here I am this day, 85 years old. As yet I am strong this day as on the day that Moses sent me. Just as my strength was then, so now is my strength for war, both for going out and for coming in. Now therefore give me this mountain of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you heard in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said." And finally, Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me." So let's break this down a little bit, Candace.
Yes.
So first we have Joshua 14, 10 through 12. And so he starts off by saying, I was 45 whenever the Lord spoke this word to Moses while Israel wandered in the wilderness, and now I'm 85 years old. I'm as strong today as I was then, right? Therefore, give me this mountain of which the Lord spoke in that day. For you heard in that day of how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fortified. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. So, tying in our truth, 4 tests in life. Number 2, the mountaintop test. So, whenever they're talking in here, what's kind of one thing you pull from this scripture?
The fact that he says, right here in the scripture, right?
Yeah.
The fact that Joshua says right, it's Joshua. He says that I'm as strong as I was when I was 45, as I am when I'm 85.
Yeah.
Just kind of verbatim. It's good that he put that in there, because he's basically describing how the Lord has kept him strong.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I...
Throughout those 40 years, God has kept him strong in that time, right? And then finally, the scripture that probably everyone in the world knows, Philippians 4:13, "I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me." What's one thing you pull from that verse?
How easily we can apply that to our life. It's easier said than done, but you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, because the Lord has done so many miraculous things, and how he rose from the dead and everything. What can he not do?
Yeah, that's exactly it. What can God not do? So let's break down our devotion for the day. It says, on the mountains of life, almost touching the stars, with the fresh winds bringing excitement and the valley days behind us, our vision can seem so great. These are the times when we need to be reminded that every new decision we make on this mountain will give us more opportunities to be stretched and can take us forward, back down the mountain in a new direction, and even to a new valley of struggle in our life. We come to mountains to be refreshed, to see our past achievements and embrace new challenges. The test of the mountain is this: will you embrace a new challenge and take the risk of facing another valley, or will you quit here? So, as Pastor Ron's writing this, he's talking about, we see all these things, but the part I want to talk about is we come to mountains to be refreshed. We're going up, it's kind of a struggle, but when we get there, it's kind of just a moment where you can breathe. You take a deep breath, and you get that breath of just refreshing air, right? And there we can see all the things that we faced as we were coming up, right? And we embrace the new challenges that we see ahead as we know we're about to go back down another road. So when you read that devotional, what's kind of one thing you pull from that?
Gratitude. Gratitude to the Lord, what He's done in my life, all the things that He's given me and blessed me with, and through the struggle, even the struggle is refreshing sometimes, but in the moment it's not. But you're thankful because the struggle is what made you to the top of the mountain, see all the beauty and the beautiful scenery and stuff. Yeah.
So let's jump to our prayer for today. It says, Father, help me to remain fervent and intense in my relationship to you, especially during my mountaintop experiences in life. Give me a heart for you at all times. Give me fresh vision and the courage it takes to keep going forward in life. These prayers are something we can consistently pray whenever we're facing certain struggles in life. But Candace, if you had one overall takeaway from this devotion, what would it be?
The Lord is very generous in all that He blesses you with, and He lets you see the accomplishments. He lets you see the aftermath, and I just can't help but feel thankful that the Lord brought me through struggle, and He lets me see all the good I can just take out of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This is it for our episode, but I do want to pose the same question to you. Will you embrace a new challenge and take the risk of facing another valley, or will you quit here? When you get to that top of the mountain, what are you going to do? Are you going to be ready for what's next, or are you just going to say, I'm done? I think I'm going to ride it out here. What are you going to do? Everybody, I'm Pastor Ethan. That's Candace. It was great having you on, Candace.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week for another episode of the Truth Is podcast.